It's simple, and it takes all the confusion out. Because whenever you do, you hear all these dietary studies, it's like, oh, but he was eating hamburgers and French fries, and there's all this confounders.
Right.
I'm like, the perfect way to test if meat is healthy or not is to just put them on a damn carnivore diet and see what happens.
It's the only way to test it. Because if you do an epidemiology study, sugary drink, Coca-Cola, bread, pasta, lasagna.
Yeah, that's what Harvard did recently. They didn't account for sugar intake when they said beef causes diabetes. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You're not even counting sugar? But they get this published, and this is really bad science, and guys like John Anitis, who's one of the most cited scientists in the world, has basically said, all this epidemiology we're doing, we're just wasting money. It's not telling us anything. This is all garbage. But they keep doing it over and over again because they generate headlines, the headlines they want. But anyway, back to this beef checkoff thing. So I said, hey, look, every year you award money, hundreds of thousands, tens of millions of dollars to promote beef. I said, let's get a little bit of money to do a research study on diabetes. And they literally said, no, we're not interested in doing that. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The beef industry is taking a beating right now. You listen to it, it's like, everybody wants to get rid of beef. The cow farts are boiling the oceans, and it's going to kill you. It's going to give you cancer, which all of it's just largely nonsense. And this is, in my view, this type of study would clearly demonstrate that not only does beef not cause diabetes. In fact, I talked to the CEO of the NCBA 2 years ago. I sat down, I presented in front of the California Cattlemen's Association, and literally the president of the association stood up and said, I went on a carnivore diet and cured my diabetes. It's like, yeah, it's clear. And the guy said, yeah, I get it. We're going to help you out. We're going to get this going. I heard nothing from these guys. So what I think is going on is the USDA kind of oversees all these checkoffs. And they just kind of say, look, you can't say that because we want to promote, because again, they have all these processed food lobbies, Nabisco and PepsiCo sitting on they're on the board. And they're like, if we promote this one food and people stop eating all this processed food, right? Then what are we going to do? We're going to lose a lot of money. You think about it, not that I'm advocating that everybody go on a carnivore diet, because I don't think it's necessary for one, but if you significantly cut back on all these people consuming all this garbage, what does that do economically to this country? I mean, you think about it, how much money is spent on garbage food, the drugs that are needed to treat that. You're talking, we spend $4.3 trillion a year on healthcare in this country, and what do we get for it? We got one of the sickest populations in the world. Our life expectancy is going down. Everybody's fat.